So it's like being in the real life Lion King. I do have a wedge though off this bike. I do. But look at it. Coming around the corner. Wow. So I haven't had confirmation yet for this trip tomorrow. But apparently we're getting picked up at 6 AM. So I'm going to get ready anyway. Wake up. And hopefully we can have a breakfast box. And hopefully we get picked up. Because usually they'd WhatsApp you the night before. But they haven't. So yeah, I'm absolutely stuffed. I've had a bit of a chill out day today. Nothing really exciting's really happened apart from obviously walking through central Nairobi. It's the only white people, which was interesting. But yeah, other than that, it'll be Lake Naivasha, if that's how you pronounce it, and then lunch by the lake, which you pay for yourself, and then Hell's Gate, bike riding, to the place where apparently they inspired The Lion King and maybe Tomb Raider. I have read that somewhere. So yeah, I'm packing, having an early night. I'm sorting out the dollars, ready for the boat, which is $25. The bike, I believe, is $15 with the guide. You've got to have a guide. They won't let you do it by yourself. And the rest, I think, is on card. So I think it's 50 USD per person for the entry for Hell's Gate. And I believe they do a $10 bicycle fee, but that's not your bicycle rental, that's on top. Anyway, it works out roughly about $100. The trip on Get Your Guide is about £24, but it's basically just your transport really, which is about 2.5 hours, I think, from Nairobi. I'm assuming it's going to be in a shared minivan. We shall see. But until tomorrow, I can't really give you that information, but you'll see for yourself. So, good night. Good morning, good morning. So this should be the last trip of this holiday. And it is 5 to 6 in the morning. So I'm just shutting the door. Make sure that's closed. Didn't expect to see people up at this time in the morning. So 6 AM pick up. They still haven't WhatsApped me to confirm. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll pick us up. From what I've read, the stop point will be at the Rift Valley where we stopped on the way to the Masai Mara. So have a break there, continue on to the lake, get on the boat, pay the $25 in cash. And then we'll continue on to Hell's Gate. And I hope I haven't gotten up at 5:30 in the morning for nothing. And I hope they are going to pick me up. I believe Get Your Guide using a local tour company called Nairobi City Safaris. So I looked for a number last night to contact them. Not able to. And they don't open until 8 AM today, so yeah. The lake. So we paid the $25 cash. I've got a little ticket and now we're following here and it looks like it's just the three of us. So the fact that it took 1 hour 40 to pick us up this morning, it wasn't 6 AM. When we spoke to this girl from Denmark, she said that they told her yesterday the trip was cancelled. Then they must have decided at the last minute that they're going to take 3 of us, there's enough to go. So this is the boats that we're going in on the river. Oh look, there's a zebra over there. So you've got a zebra and some animals just outside the lodge. Where do you want me to sit? Middle? One's just gone into the water there, you can see.
The father kills the son. He knows when they grow up they'll be happy. I heard that in God's creation, when God created the animals, the rest remaining materials, He used to create the world beast. Poor world.
It's a little bit choppy here, isn't it? A little bit choppy. Wow, there's loads of it. It's just birds flying all over the place. You don't know where to capture. Great parking. So just walking back to meet the guide at the car, and then we just found lots of little zebras just wandering around freely at this place. How cute's that?
Come on, man.
Well, I mean, it's a bit low now, but I mean, at least that touched the floor. So I might have to put it up a little bit. So we choose our bikes and then we go to the entrance. They're not the best, but they're alright. He's now putting them on the motorbike and they're going to transport them to the gate for us, where we're obviously going to pay, get the guide, and then we're going to go on the bike. So I think it's 8 kilometers on the bike and 2 kilometers walking. So here we are at the entrance. I'm going to use my Revolut card because it is now $60 per person. So the organisation's not the best. You will have to do similar to what you do in Nairobi, but obviously the tour didn't send us the link, so we've all been at the gate trying to scan QR codes. You can't just pay, you've got to fill it in and then pay. If you want to use your card as well, instead of just doing it fully online, it's an extra $3 charge, so that's just something to be aware of. So now we are going to get the bikes. Looks like these guys are on the quad. I'm pretty jealous, to be honest, but and also I put the receipt in my mouth, which I know I shouldn't have probably done, while I put my Revolut card back, because it's peeling, the number's peeling off it, and it's ripped my lip. It's really sore on both sides. This is the guide, and then as you can see, as you're cycling in, you've got zebras, and this is what inspired the Lion King. So it's pretty hot, so this is us. The bike's not the best, but you know, whatever. Hear that, the Lion King.
If ever anybody of you have watched the Lion King, there's a place where Simba was walking inside the coach.
So it's like being in the real life Lion King. I do have a wedge though off this bike. I do. But look at it. Coming around the corner, wow. So I wanted to ride down and show you that, but unfortunately these braked on the quad, so I had to brake a little bit. But this is what I wanted to show you. Kind of like the Lion King vibes. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Here we are cycling past the zebras with all of the scenery. Wow, look at that. Yeah. Zebras on your right. Looks like I'm going to tennis lessons. What a day. What a day. Jambo. And now we're hiking to Pride Rock. So this is the terrain that we're walking on.
Called the Old Joroa Gold.
Just want to mention that it is extremely hot, and yeah, it's going to be even hotter back on the bike uphill, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh wow, that is boiling hot. Wow. So this is the inspiration for the Lion King right here, this rock. Apparently where Mustafa falls to his death and all the wildebeest run through here. This is it. Just there.
You want to take a video?
So if you've ever been to Agadir in Morocco, there's the Timberland sand dunes, and they look very similar, but smaller than these ones. But yes, sand dunes in Morocco, very similar. Cold waterfall, this one. So we're climbing up some steps. This is the last of them. Just look at that view. Wow. So I came to the toilet out here. This was the view I wanted to show you, which reminds me of the Philippines. There's some toilets out here which are saying funded by Kenya Wildlife Service. The ladies is locked. I went in the blokes. It's like shit stains on the toilet, piss all over the seat. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, I'm on YouTube. Poo in the toilet, poo stains, skid marks as we call them from the northeast, and obviously urine all over the seat, so you have to squat. No toilet roll, but luckily I always take my own. But yeah, I wanted to show you that because the view is pretty nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. This is the viewpoint at Pride Rock and all of the valley.
What is this?
Very nice.
That's an acacia.
People eat them?
No.
Poison?
It's the ant stays inside.
Ants?
Yeah, the ants.
So if you crack it open, that's
The
inside.
cocktail ants.
So we got back to the room about 8 p.m. Got my little Asian dressing gown on. I am so burnt, by the way. Wow. Look at these tan lines. I'm about to go in the shower. They're naughty, them, like. Very naughty. Cycling was mint, amazing, loved it, recommend. The boat trip was quite nice, to be fair. I would have liked to have seen more hippos, but we did get them pretty close, to be fair. But the boat does do this wobbly, so obviously the camera gives it all of this, so it's hard to capture. But really nice experience, really great. Look into Crescent Island if that's your thing. You can do a safari on there and stop. Maybe looking at even staying there on the beyond the campsite. It looks quite nice. I'm gonna go in the shower. I think I'm sunburnt on my back as well. It was so hot, so hot. So the viewpoint reminded me of Sri Lanka, Sigiriya Rock. If you've ever been there, you know. If you know, you know. Beautiful. Had a little bit of like Philippines vibe as well going on. Absolutely red hot. I'm so dusty. Like everything feels dusty. I didn't record my food, but I had some chicken wings and some chips in a restaurant. I can't remember what it was called. We just pulled over because we are so tired. Been up since 5:30. They had these strawberry milkshakes. If you're in Kenya, get a milkshake. They do it with like ice cream. It's kind of like McDonald's back in the day, but better. So I'm going home pretty fat. Back to the gym for me. But yeah, come to Kenya. If you want a free 7-day itinerary of exactly what I did, just drop me a comment and I will put it on there for you, and that will show you all of the trips that I did with Get Your Guide. It's a bit of a disaster this morning as it took like an hour and 40 minutes in order for someone to come pick us up, but they came anyway. They saved the day. We picked up another girl who we followed on Instagram from Denmark, who is going to Tanzania next. And yeah, it's a pretty magical place. You need to come at least once in your lifetime. So follow along at the Itinerary Girl. I've got loads of videos on backlog that need doing, and like and subscribe.